Hey, what's happening, y'all? It's your boy Rico from Street Scores, and we gotta talk about it because now the Washington football team is getting endorsements even outside of our fan base now. You have Stephen A. Smith and Richard Sherman saying that Washington football team would be great destinations for Aaron Rodgers. I'm gonna talk about why they feel that way and also why I feel that way, and also some potential trade packages that have been thrown around out there. I haven't made any of these up. These have all been thrown around by analysts and reporters. And I want to talk about all of the crazy reports that are coming out of Green Bay that makes it seem very likely that they will move on from him and end up trading him, or he just will not play this next season, or will just play out this upcoming year and then leave as soon as he can in the offseason. And then maybe we wouldn't have to trade for him. But we're going to talk about everything surrounding Aaron Rodgers. Let's get it. Alright, so first of all, Richard Sherman said that Washington would be a great place for Aaron Rodgers to go to. And that was the first big media endorsement. I mean, he said that live on television. And then Stephen A. Smith, a couple of days later, did the same thing. But then he expounded upon exactly why he feels like Washington football team will be the best destination for Aaron Rodgers. Not just a great one, but the best. He said between the 49ers and us, and then the 49ers already have their franchise quarterback with Trey Lance. So, I mean, unless that's included in a trade package to the Packers, we would beat them out. But number one, first of all, and I think this is very important as far as Aaron Rodgers choosing to go to us, that Dan Snyder is literally the opposite of how he's been treated. All of his complaints with the Packers is how much they don't prioritize him, how much they don't care about him. Dan Snyder, Stephen A. Smith has a great point with this, is literally the antithesis of that. Like literally the exact opposite. He's even catered towards people who didn't deserve it. He's even treated people who were unworthy almost like they were gods. Giving way too much money to guys that didn't deserve it. Private flights, whatever you need. Dan Snyder has your back at the very least. He's done a lot of things wrong, but at the very least, if he considers you a franchise player or a really important piece to this team, you can have whatever you want. Now imagine if he gets Aaron Rodgers, who you know will come in and make you an instant Super Bowl contender, what Dan Snyder would do. I'm pretty sure if Aaron Rodgers wanted to fly back home to Cali every weekend to chill in Malibu and stuff like that, Dan Snyder would probably pay for the private flights out of his pocket, if that's what it means for him to win a Super Bowl. Remember, we haven't won a Super Bowl since 1991. We've won 3 playoff games in the past 30 years. That's ridiculous, because if you go to a Super Bowl, you have to win 3 playoff games in 1 year just to get there. So we've ultimately been underachieving the past 30 years. And Aaron Rodgers would immediately take you over that hump. Immediately. Like, it wouldn't even be a question about it. Number 2, he also pointed to the fact that he would have a great team around him. Basically, all the Washington football team is missing is a quarterback. Great defense, great weapons, one of the better, more underrated offensive lines in the NFL, and we're only adding more pieces to it. And we have developmental guys that may end up being better than the guys we already have starting. Potentially a great run game, Antonio Gibson, J.D. McKissick, and I love Jared Patterson's potential. All you can ask for, and again, to reiterate, top defense. Like literally potentially the best defense in the NFL. Why would Aaron Rodgers prefer to go against that rather than play with it? Also, number 3, Stephen A. Smith pointed out that this division is terrible and probably the easiest path to the playoffs. Arguably one of the worst divisions in football. We'll see after this offseason, because a lot of us loaded up on talent. The Cowboys are getting Dak back, even though we're not 100% sure if he's going to be 100% his old self after a severe injury like that, but who knows? Maybe he is. But still, this would be the easiest path to the playoffs. If you're Aaron Rodgers, going to the NFC East playing the Giants, Cowboys, and Eagles twice a year is way easier than potentially going to the Dolphins playing the Bills, Patriots, and Jets twice a year. You already know Bill Belichick, the Patriots, the team they're building. The Miami Dolphins are clearly ascending. Definitely going to be one of those consistent playoff teams in the near future. And the Jets got Zach Wilson and Elijah and had a very good draft. Robert Saleh, I feel like, is going to do a very good job there. Not guaranteeing the Jets will be great, but this is definitely the most hopeful I've been for them in a long time. I mean, even the Mark Sanchez days where he was getting carried by a defense was good, but it wasn't this hopeful. A franchise quarterback gives you far more hope. A defense can only take you but so far. And plus, I think they're going to be able to put together a really nice defense. They still have CJ Mosley to build around. And an offensive line that's built to protect Zach Wilson as well. So the Jets looking like they're going to be pretty all right. And then the other option, potentially like somewhere in the AFC West, like the Broncos, you have to go against the Chiefs, Raiders, and Chargers twice a year. Chargers ascending, Justin Herbert, great draft. The Chiefs are the Chiefs. We don't Pat Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill, that dominant force that seems like they're consistently either going to be in the Super Bowl or at the very least be in the AFC Championship game. And then the Raiders, who are also getting better and better. They're starting to build a little something. They also had a pretty good draft. And then there's also the 49ers again. I don't think that's very likely because I think Trey Lance is going to be so great that the 49ers would prefer to just keep him rather than trading away first round picks and paying Aaron Rodgers all of that money. And then at the same time with the 49ers, you'll have to play the Seahawks, the Rams, and the Cardinals twice a year. That is ugly. I think the NFC West and the AFC West are arguably the two best divisions in football, and then the AFC East is not far behind. The NFC East is by far the easiest division out of any of those four divisions. And like Stephen A. Smith said, he could literally take a deep breath and be in the playoffs. I mean, it would be a breeze for him to win this division over and over again. And the best revenge on your old team that you hate so much that you can't wait to get away from once you finally do is to win games, to win divisions, to win playoff games, to win Super Bowl. That's the sweetest revenge you can get on them. And we give him the best opportunity for that. The team around him, how much he will be loved here by the fan base, and most importantly, Dan Snyder. We have one of the best coaching staffs in the NFL. As we've seen, easily the best coaching staff in the NFC East. I mean, Stephen A. Smith didn't even mention that. And then also our division is the easiest path. Not saying easy, but the easiest, especially out of all of the potential teams that he could go to. And then there were a lot of reports coming out that sound like Aaron Rodgers is not going back. First of all, there was a report that Aaron Rodgers told free agents he would not return to Green Bay. So basically, he warned players that, hey, I'm not going to be playing for Green Bay 2022. 2021 is still in question, but 2022, nah. Don't even come here and expect me to be here long term. That's crazy. That's really interesting. Also, the Packers were doing some things on their side. They're exploring adding QBs for OTAs and training camp right now. They've even talked about Robert Griffin and Matt Barkley. I mean, it's crazy. Of course, Jordan Love, if Aaron Rodgers is gone, is their number one quarterback easily. But they're also considering bringing in guys while Aaron Rodgers is still here just in case he doesn't want to play this season or just in case they're fed up with him and get rid of him. The Packers also reportedly discussed drafting another QB in the 2021 draft. I'm surprised they didn't. And another report said that the Packers GM said that the team's main focus, not even just focus in general, not one of their priorities, the main focus has to be getting QB Jordan Love prepared as if he is QB1 this year. So they're already starting their contingency plan and making sure that just in case if Aaron Rodgers doesn't play this year, let alone just in the future for Green Bay at all, they want to make sure Jordan Love is ready. So that means giving them first team reps, which, you know, knowing Aaron Rodgers, he's not going to let that fly. That's going to make tensions even higher. He's the type of quarterback that doesn't even want to let the bench guy get reps in practice, using that excuse of I need every snap I can get during the offseason so I can prepare for the regular season. But honestly, at least some of it, maybe not all of it, but some of it is just them blocking the way for the quarterback behind them to get better. And so the Packers are already saying out loud that we plan on giving Jordan Love whatever he needs to prepare to be QB1, which takes away from your practice time, takes away from your reps. So do what you will with that information, Aaron Rodgers. And then also, funny, and you expect these, a Green Bay restaurant owner is offering Aaron Rodgers free beer and food for the rest of his life if he finishes his career with the Packers. And I mean, with stuff like that, is there like an official contract signed? Because what if Aaron Rodgers retires and then he's just like, well, I mean, I said I would do it, but do I have to? Things like that. So I don't know. That's something super random, not really important, but I've always thought about that when like McDonald's and things like that. Is it like a offer people lifetime food and thing like that? Is it like a contract they sign to make sure that that restaurant or company, business, whoever actually abides by it? It's pretty crazy. Because can you take them to court for that? And then what are really the details about that? What is food for life? Can he go in there and get 8 meals a day, or is it limited? Like it's so many parameters to that I've always been confused about. I'm going on a tangent, but this is just how my brain works. All right, moving on to some trades. Well, first of all, ESPN came out, and I know a lot of y'all saw that they put together a hypothetical package where we send our 2022 first round pick, 2022 second round pick, 2023 first round pick, 2023 second round pick, Ryan Fitzpatrick, and Matt Ioannidis for Aaron Rodgers. And I haven't seen a trade package, including this one, that I wouldn't do if I'm Washington. He makes you an instant Super Bowl contender. I love Matt Ioannidis. He's our best pass rushing defensive lineman, but he's not our best overall. There's a reason Jonathan Allen and Daron Payne start over. First of all, Matt Ioannidis is not dependable. You don't expect him to play a full 16 games. But even when he's there, he's not a great run stopper. He's definitely not the run stopper of Daron Payne or Jonathan Allen. It's really not even close. But I really do love Matt Ioannidis, so it would hurt me to send him away for Aaron Rodgers. But if the Packers are willing to take this, you take it. Because I already knew 2 first round picks were going to probably be the minimum. But then we draft terribly in the second round anyway. Hopefully Samuel Cosmi turns it around. Remember, Sua Craven's 2016, Ryan Anderson 2017, and Darius Geis 2018. And luckily in 2019, we traded back up into the first round and gave away our second round pick to get Montez Sweat. Because who knows? The streak probably would have continued that year as well. And we also gave up our second round pick from the 2020 draft, the draft we took Chase Young and Antonio Gibson, in order to move up to get Montez Sweat the draft before. We gave the Colts 2 seconds for their first when we traded up for Sweat. So it was literally Sua Cravens, Ryan Anderson, Darius Geis, and then we haven't had a second round pick for the last 2 years. I mean, honestly, I don't believe in bad luck and stuff like that, but we've seen how great our team has been with us either not having a second round pick or wasting it terribly. So I love picks, I love the draft, and I want to get as many great guys in the building as possible. But you get Aaron Rodgers, you're not going to be like, man, I really wish I had that second round pick over Aaron Rodgers. Like, I mean, they willing to take this deal, I'm doing it. And of course, Ryan Fitzpatrick. Aaron Rodgers is a huge upgrade over him. I like Ryan Fitzpatrick a lot, and I'm really excited to see what he can do for this team this year. At the very least, we're going to be fun to watch. But if you have a chance to get Aaron Rodgers, you do what you got to do, because the Super Bowl window is only but so big. Especially when you don't have a franchise quarterback. It's going to be really hard to keep all of these great young players that we have on this team. Like, some of them are going to end up gone. We can't pay them all. Salary cap is going to shoot up because of the new CBA deal with the television networks and things like that. But I still doubt we're going to be able to keep everybody, because even when the salary cap shoots up, that just means players are going to want to get paid more and get paid the same percentage of the salary cap. And that just equals more money per year now. Even though we have more money to spend, players are going to want more money spent on them. So I just don't really see us keeping these guys together for a long time. And you never know with the uncertainty of the future, major injuries, like career, and you just never know. If you have a chance to go get Aaron Rodgers and finally be a Super Bowl contender for the first time since 1991, you go do it, period. Don't sell the whole team, but 2 first round picks, 2 seconds, Ryan Fitzpatrick, who will be directly replaced by Aaron Rodgers, and Matt Ioannidis is an easy yes for me. Should be for everybody, honestly. And for the Packers, this is a great way to rebuild. 2 first round picks, 2 second round picks, Ryan Fitzpatrick, who can start right now if Jordan Love is not ready. And then Matt Ioannidis is a great defensive lineman who should be starting on another defensive line anyway. And then also, The Athletic conducted an exercise with its beat reporters playing the role of GMs for the Broncos, Raiders, Washington, and the Packers, and conducting mock trade discussions for Aaron Rodgers. And in the exercise, the Packers turned down all 3 trade offers. Don't know what the other trade offers were from the Broncos or Raiders, but for us, we offered Daron Payne, Antonio Gandy-Golden, 2022 first round pick, 2023 first, and a 2022 second. So basically the same thing as far as picks go, but you get to keep your 2023 second, and for some reason we're keeping Ryan Fitzpatrick, and you get to keep Matt Ioannidis, but you're also adding Daron Payne and Antonio Gandy-Golden to the mix, which kind of equals out. I mean, I feel like Antonio Gandy-Golden, I'd be surprised if the Packers actually want him. I like his potential, but he hasn't done anything to make like somebody outside of our organization to be like, give me that guy right there. You know what I'm saying? I like Antonio Gandy-Golden's potential, but I'm just not too sure if any team outside of our team who's really done deep film work on him likes him. Maybe they did before we took him in the 2020 draft. Maybe they already have done their scouting work on him, but they would have to go back to his Liberty film, not his burgundy and gold film. And then Daron Payne, definitely a significant upgrade over Matt Ioannidis in that trade, but still I'm doing it. Because if you re-sign Jonathan Allen, I think it's going to be hard to re-sign Daron Payne either way. I hope we keep both Daron Payne and Jonathan Allen, but I could definitely see a scenario in the future where one of them just ends up walking for free anyway. So if you have a chance to get Aaron Rodgers, you do what you got to do. Especially if it doesn't include Terry McLaurin, Chase Young, or Montez Sweat. I mean, come on. I love Daron Payne. I would really not want to give up Daron Payne. Like, I'd be like, are you sure? Like, is there not a combination of more picks or more other players you may want? But hey, man, Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers, bro. Also, it's pretty funny too, because guys that are doing fantasy football things, like the predictions and the fantasy football analysts and things like that, they're literally expecting Aaron Rodgers to be traded. Like, they're doing their fantasy predictions for this upcoming season as if Aaron Rodgers won't be there. So like, they're already devaluing Devonta Adams and things like that, as far as like when you're drafting guys who you should get sooner rather than later. Like, they're saying Tyreek Hill and Stephon Diggs are over Devonta Adams now in fantasy leagues, which is pretty interesting. I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean anything, but they may know something on the inside that us, the general public, don't know yet. But yeah, man, that's the end of this video. Please get in the comment section and let me know how you feel about everything discussed. Do you feel like Washington is like the perfect destination for Aaron Rodgers? Would you be willing to give up with some of these trade packages offered? Would you be willing to give up more, maybe less? Also, how you feel about all of the rumors and reports going around between the Packers and Aaron Rodgers? Does it sound very likely that he will not play for them in 2022? Does it also sound likely that he may not even play for them this season, whether he sit out or he gets moved? But definitely get in the comment section. Let me know how you feel about everything discussed in this video. And as always, please like this video if you liked it. If you learned anything, please subscribe if you haven't. Hit the bell next to the subscription button so you get a notification every time I release an informative and opinionated video like this one, coming with film sessions for every draft pick. Y'all already know this, including undrafted free agent running back Jared Patterson. So those are on the way. Still working on my draft review and grade. Still watching film because I want to make it as accurate as possible, even though you can't really judge a draft or grade a draft really until like 2-3 years down the line. But still, I feel like me watching as much film as possible on every single guy we took will help my grade be as accurate as possible. So that's why I'm still working on it. And the live streams won't stop every Friday 8 to 10 p.m. every Sunday in the afternoon or evening for a couple of hours, man. Make sure y'all stay tuned for all of that. And as always, man, I appreciate all of the support, man. Everybody that donates to the channel. Big shouts out to all of y'all, man, for real. Big shouts out to every sponsor, especially the Pro Bowl sponsors whose name you see scrolling on the screen right now. And huge shouts out to Jaden, my one All-Pro sponsor, man. I really appreciate all y'all. I'll catch y'all later. I'm out.